Great evening, holy brothers and sisters. Today's lesson is from the first day of Pesach. It was March 31st, the 15th of Nisan. We are in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, and today's lesson will be called Eager Eatings. God led the people round about from Exodus 13:18. When Jews eat, a face-to-face unification is effected between the Holy One, blessed be He, and the divine presence. However, this eating must be of food that has already been refined of the forces of impurity that were mixed in it as a result of Adam's sin from eating from the tree of knowledge. This is because eating food that contains an admixture of good and evil can cause a person to sin, and sin causes a separation between the Holy One, blessed be He, and the divine presence. And this lesson is very appropriate. As we know, we are in Pesach now, and we're not supposed to have any chametz, because chametz reflects when you have bread that rises, it's arrogance, it's ego, and we have to rid ourselves of that. And when we're able to refine our character, just as we refine the food that we're eating, we're able to come so much closer to Hashem. Food is refined and purified through faith. And when a person's faith is complete and intact, his eating can produce a unification of the Holy One, blessed be He, and the divine presence. This phenomenon is described by the phrase, and nourish faith, Psalms 37:3. That is the aspect of eating through faith. It is a great mitzvah for a person to hone his intellect and to attain a full and clear understanding of those things which God placed within the grasp of human intellect. As is implied in the dictum, know how to answer a heretic, from Avos 2:14. However, there are questions whose solutions are beyond the ken of human intellect, and their answers will be revealed only in the future. A person is forbidden to delve into these questions, and anyone who relies on his own intellect and does investigate them, of this it is written, all those who come to her will not return. Proverbs 2:19. For when it comes to this type of question, it is forbidden to rely upon one's intellect. Rather, a person should establish himself solely upon faith. Even regarding those questions which do have answers that the mind can grasp, at times the pathways of the intellect are blocked, and a person does not know how to refute the atheism and doubts that are in his heart. This state is described by the phrase, their heart is divided, Hosea 10:2, wherein conflict rages in a person's heart between his two inclinations. For knowledge comes from the good inclination in the heart, and the concealment of knowledge comes from the evil inclination in the heart. And this concealment of knowledge is the heresy and troubling questions with which the evil inclination perplexes a person's heart so that he should succumb to evil. The remedy for this discordant state is the study of the codes of Jewish law. For this conflict in the heart is rooted in the holy conflict between the Tanaim and Amoraim in the Talmud, wherein they disagree on matters of Torah law, which is reflected in a lower form in this conflict involving the evil inclination. By studying the final legal decisions taught in the codes, however, a person is connected to peace on the level of holiness, since such a final determination makes peace between the conflicting Talmudic authorities, and the conflict in his heart involving the evil inclination is thereby nullified as well. The gateways of the intellect are then open for him, and he knows how to answer the heresy and doubts in his heart. But as long as a person has not merited to hone and to develop his intellect, he must rely solely upon faith, even in these types of questions, since the most important thing is faith and is emunah. So these both lessons are phenomenally appropriate and important to these times when the Jews had to have emunah in Hashem as they were leaving Egypt, going into the desert, having nothing physically for them, whether it was food, water, shelter, and even in Egypt when they're going through such tough times, they were brought down to the lowest levels of impurity, but they still maintained that core connection, which is what was able to save them at the last moment. And as we eat, remember, the matzah, everything that we're doing throughout this holiday should help bring us to a future personal, interpersonal, and between God redemption. Thank you so much for learning together. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please feel free to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.